was Britain. Great.
What's all this for, Father?
It's for the French, men.
That was Great Britain in the early 19th
What's so important about impressing the French?
Everything was going
Well, you know what they are.
except the value of money.
I mean, they made as much trouble for us as they could before we went into Europe. Now that we're in, they like to tease.
Those lucky enough to be in work.
You know, we've got this European defence thing coming up, you know, Chris. It's very important.
Production went
It doesn't
down.
do any harm, you know, to let people know how strong this country has become and how they'd better forget all that, because
There were
that's
riots
not on,
in Britain then. We
not
called them
anymore.
Non-violent demonstrations. Drug addiction went up, and pollution, and violent crime, and the birth rate. They called it the permissive society. But it didn't seem to permit most people to live in peace and quiet. And so in the end, most people, the decent majority, decided to do something about it.
Most people.
It was the professional politicians who bit the dust that day. And instead,
Oh, one makes these gestures. I mean, it's
the law and order
part of the job.
what most people called it could be summed up in one word: hope.
Except there hasn't been an election since, and the House of Commons is a rubber stamp when anybody bothers to use it.
It's the stated policy of the government to restore parliamentary democracy just
Which
as soon
is
as
exactly
the country's in
what
a
the
fit
Greek
state
colonels
to
have been saying
operate.
for the
That's as
last-
far as I'm prepared to go. I'm sorry.
I'm your son. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be a public figure, not with me.
Last.
Anyway, we don't see each other often enough to quarrel.
No. Look, have some more of this.
Please.
Chris, I don't think it's my fault that we
You're
don't...
busy, and I'm footloose. It's better. We don't get on each other's nerves.
I'm quite often lonely.
Loneliness goes with power, Father. You're a head of state. You're a public person.
Oh.
And I'm a private one. Better not be too close. He that hath a wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises.
Francis Bacon, who had neither wife nor child, and most of whose enterprises were rather shabby, hardly an authority.
We don't think alike. I might embarrass you. Supposing I took it into my head to thump one of your precious secret police.
We have no secret police.
Guardians of the realm. Supposing I got tipsy and thumped a guardian. I won't, of course.
Well, I'm grateful that you don't. You know, I was supposed to watch that.
Nonsense. Who gives the Prime Minister orders now that there isn't an electorate?
Are you going?
Restless.
I'm sorry if I make you so.
You don't. The Prime Minister does, sometime.
Oh.
I don't know why. Maybe it's not approving, really. I'm an elections man myself. Maybe it's that. Or perhaps it is that you don't seem very happy doing it. Once or twice tonight you've even been pompous with me. You of all people.
Oh, dear. Yes, I suppose I have been a bit pompous. Look, come again.
I shall.
Actually, are you still with them?
No, that broke up months ago. It's not important. After a while, she made me feel more restless than you ever could. I expect restlessness is part of my nature. I shall wander for a bit and then go home. Night walking, like Mr. Gladstone, but without the same purpose.
On all channels. During the next week, there'll be a report every evening on the progress of the meeting here in London of the European Community's heads of state to begin the arrangements for an overall defence plan for Western Europe. Great Britain will, of course, be represented by the Prime Minister, Sir Timothy Hobson, France by the President.
Norman? Yes, sir, I watched it to the end. The material was familiar, but one can't remind people too often. The intention was to build Hobson up, and I think we succeeded in that. Well, the French are being a little difficult, I gather, sir. We shall be discussing it in Cabinet tomorrow. What does occur to me, sir, is that it really might be simpler in some ways if you yourself... Yes, sir. Yes, I do understand that, sir. No, the President hasn't arrived. In fact, that's rather the point. It's not clear that he will. Yes, sir, as soon as there's something definite. Good night, General.
I am sorry to be late. It's really very bad manners, particularly when I live here.
You saved your place.
Yes, very nearly at the head of the table. What an honour for a mere Prime Minister.
Would you like me to move, Sir
No,
Timothy?
no, my dear fellow, pray retain your usual seat. Now then, what have we to consider?
You have the agenda, I think, Prime Minister.
Yes, I know, but you usually like to tell us what the General thinks about it, and then, of course, we all know what to think, and it all saves trouble.
Timmy, my dear, if there is something up, I think you ought to tell us now what it is.
I've been seeing myself on television, Jeff, myself and all of us, and I think perhaps it's made me a little bumptious.
Certainly has.
It will pass.
I'm sure it will.
Indeed, it has passed already. Now, we are to discuss the French, I take it.
The French?
Not another little procedural difficulty,
Yes.
surely?
If you will allow me, Prime Minister, the main subject for your consideration this morning is next week's meeting of the Common Market Heads of State.
Not the common market, Mr. Norman. The greater European Economic Community, if you please.
They don't want the meeting to be in London, is that it?
No, the French have no objection to our paying their hotel bills, Mr. Bullmore. The bases of their objection are twofold. One is unimportant and can easily be rebutted. Foreign Minister, perhaps you'd like to explain.
Yes, well, since as far as I know, they have only made one objection.
To you only one, yes.
Ah, yes. Well, as I understand it, the French are worried because England is no longer a democracy. They were quite prepared for us to join the common market, a greater economic community, Tim. Whatever our form of government. But when it comes to a scheme for Western European defence, well, they don't fancy us as full partners because, well, they suggest we can't rely on our people to follow us.
Bloody impertinent.
Didn't stop Hitler.
Well, Mr. Norman thinks that the objection can easily be answered, which suggests to me that Mr. Norman already has the answer. So that really there's nothing for the Cabinet to do but to...
Ratify?
Agree with you, quite. Shall we hear it?
Well, first, on practical grounds, modern warfare doesn't require a citizens' army. We already have more men under arms than the French or anybody else in the community.
You don't suggest it's permanent.
What?
You don't suggest that the Guardians of the Realm should be a permanent addition to the regular army.
Oh, I'm not empowered to make suggestions on that subject. What I do suggest is what is true. As partners in a mutual defence scheme, we have a larger fighting force than any other member government in the greater European economic community. Second, on grounds of precedent. Spain and Greece are also members of the expanded community.
Well, hardly equivalent.
No, junior partners, if you will, but partners nevertheless. Spain is technically a democracy since Franco's death, although the elections are carefully managed. Greece is in the same situation as ourselves.
Yes.
Finally, as we have already explained to Monsieur de Bastion, it is the General's publicly stated policy that this country will return to a system of free elections.
Correction.
I beg your pardon?
A correction, Mr. Norman. Surely the General has made no public statement of policy at all. As I understand it, he prefers all public statements of policy to come from this government, from us, Mr. Norman, usually unanimously.
I beg your pardon? You understand correctly?
I'd just like to get these things clear.
Well, that disposes of the first objection.
Yes.
Well, is it the Cabinet's wish that we should reply to the French in these terms?
Yes.
I wonder if the General would like you to communicate with the French, Mr. Norman. As Secretary to the Cabinet, your duties are so varied, or should we leave it to the Foreign Minister?
The General prefers to leave decisions of this sort to you, Prime Ministers, I think you know.
Well, in that case, Henry...
By all means.
And the second objection.
It's more difficult to deal with. As the Cabinet is aware, while the actual details of the defence scheme must be worked out by the community's various defence ministers, the discussions will be inaugurated by the heads of state. Now, some heads of state have already arrived in London, some have not. The President of France has not.
And?
Says he will not.
Why?
Because, Bullmore, he says that if it's to be a conference of heads of state, then all heads of state must attend, otherwise the dignity and honour of France, etc., etc., etc.
But you will attend it. Surely he can't mean the Queen.
Her Majesty is still absent from the realm, and we control the Council of State.
Then who?
The President says that I am not the head of state, Bullmore, for neither the Prime Minister nor the full Cabinet exercise any real power in this country. He's unimpressed by whatever we may call ourselves. He insists on the man who really exercises power.
Well, that is a difficulty, certainly.
Go away.
I'm not trying to pick you up.
I don't know you.
You looked at me. Wait. And you're not trying to pick me up either. I know that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I looked at you. Twice.
Yeah.
Why? Why should I give you the eye if I wasn't trying to...
Don't you know? Well, you're lonely, aren't you? Sorry for yourself. You're in some sort of trouble. Confused. Drugs?
No.
Pregnant?
Why did you run after me if you knew I wasn't trying to pick you up?
I know the look. I mean, both looks. The pickup look and yours.
Don't tell me you're a psychiatrist.
No. I've done a lot of jobs in my time, none of them for long, but not that. I used to work for shelter and for release before the fuzz. Oh, that's another story. And I've worked in hospitals, so maybe I can recognize when somebody needs some kind of human contact. It's too scared to make it.
Would you have run after me if I'd been middle-aged and ugly and fat, as well as lonely and unhappy?
I wish I could believe so.
Well, I'm not pregnant. Not anymore.
You're cold. Let's go somewhere that sells coffee.
I live near here. You might as well come home for coffee, since we both know I'm not trying to pick you up. I don't go out very much. Just sometimes at night, walking about until I'm tired enough to sleep.
And your husband? Wedding ring.
Oh.
Easy when you explain it, like Sherlock Holmes.
My husband's disappeared.
Walked out?
I don't know. You from the G's? I suppose they have a plainclothes department. I don't care if you are.
What could possibly make you think so? Good God, you're living in it. The answer is no.
It would be anyway.
Believe me, I don't like them. I feel uncomfortable just sitting in their barracks.
My husband was in the G's. A captain. He was a career G.
I should be sympathetic. I am sympathetic, but I told you I don't
like G's.
No.
Nor do I.
Not your husband either. I just asked. You said he disappeared.
He's dead, I imagine.
On duty. But surely in that case they'd have told. I'm sorry to be stupid. I was very clever about the wedding ring, but I'm a bit out of my depth at the moment.
He was a communist.
I think you should go out more.
You think I'm making it up?
Yes.
To attract attention. A melodramatic lady.
Mm.
No, you're not very bright. You seem to be, but it's rather superficial, I'm afraid.
I'd like to believe you. I like you.
I had a good job, Mr. Hobson. And a home and a husband. It's not invented. He was in the G's. And he was a communist. Of course, I've no proof of that. No one from the party's been near me since he disappeared, for quite obvious reasons. In any case, I've never been a party member. Just an old-fashioned, middle-class liberal in love with my husband. Oh. And I was pregnant. And now I'm not. Miscarriage.
I'm sorry.
My husband joined the G's because he believed the only way the party could come to power was to infiltrate where power was. He was a sergeant, then a captain. We were married less than a year. For most of that time, I was in fear for him. Fear that he would be killed. I used to get migraine headaches very often. Almost every day. They've gone now.
How long ago?
A month. He went out in the morning and never came back, and I've not heard from him since.
You haven't asked?
No. But if he'd been hurt, or even killed, or sent on some special mission as part of his work, wouldn't the G's have told me? I mean, even if they'd told me lies, wouldn't they have told me something? But it's just as if he never existed.
But you should have asked.
What I did do was stop going to the office. I just waited at home in case I should hear from him. I waited. I never went out. After a while, I got used to not going out. I didn't know how to talk to people. I never did bother much about other people, you see. I didn't need to when Tom was around.
Would you like me to try and find out what's happened?
How?
My name's Hobson, remember? Well, it's a very common name. My father's Prime Minister.
Oh.
I told you I don't like the G's. I don't think my father's very keen on them either. But England isn't a police state. The Communist Party's illegal, but you're not killed for belonging to it. I mean, even if there'd been some sort of... if you'd been shooting it out.
Shot resisting arrest.
There's bound to be a record of it.
Not bound to be.
Claire, not half as many people are shot by the secret police as the Midnight Movie would have us believe.
Mon cher Tim, comme c'est gentil de me rendre cette petite visite non officielle.
C'est un grand plaisir pour moi, cher Félicien, de vous voir n'importe quand. Ah, merci. On vous a bien soigné ici, j'espère.
Oh, merveilleusement. Vous savez, c'est un peu comme chez moi à Claridge's.
Puis-je présenter mon collègue, Monsieur Norman?
C'est un plaisir et un honneur de faire votre connaissance, Monsieur Norman.
I'm afraid I don't speak French. Oh, thank you.
Oh, how very surprising.
I speak Spanish, German, Russian, little Chinese. A busy man hasn't the time to master every language. I decided to confine myself to the most important.
Thank you. Leave the trolley, please. I thought you might be bringing Jeff Hollis.
Ah, Mr. Norman is secretary to the cabinet. Believe me, he's a man of very great ability. He's been promoted more rapidly than any other permanent civil servant before him.
Really?
Usually, his promotions are attended by a move to another department of government.
One sees clearly that the Foreign Office was not among them.
More importantly, I'm fortunate enough to enjoy the General's confidence. Shall we proceed to business?
Oh, yes. Well, that is the business, of course.
Thank you. Well, now, I think we managed to satisfy your people on the...
On the first objection, oh, yes. It was really of no great consequence. Any of us may decide to abandon democracy, but one had to make the objection. You understand?
But perfectly.
And your second objection, you won't make an issue of that?
Good God, no.
Oh, good.
Simply, the President of France won't arrive. We shan't make an issue of it. He'll have a little chill influenza. Nothing serious. Only he won't be able to travel.
Everyone will know.
They may speculate.
What can be decided without him?
Oh, I shall have authority.
I would deal with you most willingly. I admire you greatly as a man and a statesman, you know that. But some of the other heads of state may feel a little insulted.
Really? Why?
You're not a head of state. And the conference is at that level.
Are you?
You're really pushing it, then.
Mon cher Tim, I would not hurt you for the
Well,
world.
I am the Prime Minister.
Who holds the power?
Well, technically, constitutionally, the Queen is
But she's not here, and refuses, as one is told, to return.
Well, that makes no difference. As Prime Minister, I should have the power to commit this country...
And so should I, Timothy, because I should agree to nothing on which my president had not already made a decision. And as for anything new, I should ask for time to think.
It's not about power at all, then. It's about prestige.
Yes, it's important in diplomacy. I'm so glad you've made the discovery. It's really the most important thing there is.
Félicien, does France want this defense pact?
We've agreed to come in on equal terms.
Very well. Please tell your president not to contract influenza. I think we've enough time to solve this matter. He shall have his head of state. You're not talking, it seems.
You think resigning is going to make the slightest difference?
Who mentioned resigning?
You're always mentioning it.
Not this time. Then, as I understand the General's wishes, through you, Norman, always conveyed very properly through you, there are two matters of importance to him.
More than two.
Two which affect this case. The first is that England should take the lead in these defense talks. Well, we can't very well do that if we begin by being snubbed by the French, who refer everything back to Paris.
No.
And the second is that the General himself will never seem to be what he is, our master. He will not appear to be a dictator. I don't understand why, but that's the fact. And at the moment, these two wishes conflict. Do you know why, Norman? I mean, why he...
The reason's so simple.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, if it's simple, no doubt in time I shall understand it. After all, I am a simple man.
Meanwhile, you promised.
To perform what I can.
But how?
Well, that also is a simple matter, but not one which at this stage you can help, I'm afraid. But, Norman, there is one little matter you can help me about. Now, there's a certain captain in the Guardians. His name is Thomas Weston. If you could tell me...
What do you want to know about him?
I've touched a sore point, I see. That wasn't my intention. I didn't expect you to know him.
I don't know him. I know about him.
What's happened to him?
Why do you want to know?
My reasons are my own.
Disappeared.
And what's being done to find him?
Nothing.
Why not?
Presumed dead.
Presumed to be?
Known to be.
How? On what do you base your presumption? Your knowledge? If you say he was killed in the course of duty, I shall ask, what duty?
The man was a communist, a spy.
And what secrets do the Guardians of the Realm hold that the Soviet Union would like to know? Or do you withdraw the word spy?
Very well, he was a communist. That's enough.
The Communist Party is an illegal organization. The penalty of belonging to it is not death.
This was the man who organized the killing of my nephew. An incident you may remember, since it coincided with an attempt on your own life. The penalty for murder is death.
Yes, after trial and conviction.
The man's missing. Disappeared. Presumed dead in the course of his duties. If his killer should be found, they may be brought to justice.
Thank you, Norman. You get out here, I think.
He is dead, Claire.
Do you know how?
No.
You couldn't find someone...
What good would it do?
Stop me imagining. Torture, things like that.
He's dead.
Yes. Oh, bugger. Son.
What I want to know is why Hobson should be asking questions about him. There's a connection somewhere. Someone's been stirring it up, and I want to know who.
You're worried for me.
Yes, I suppose I am. I don't know what to think. This isn't my scene at all. Remember I told you that not as many people get shot?
As the midnight movie would have us believe. Seems you were wrong.
My father's prime minister. He's a very gentle man.
Even in the old days, there must have been some truth in the spy stories. People got killed and nobody knew.
Not many people.
There needn't be many now. We only know of one.
And now my father knows about it, I'm bound to be interested in what he's going to do.
Your coffee, Home Secretary.
Ah.
I'm glad you were able to give me a moment before the meeting, though, of course, one never knows how long these things are going to take.
What things?
We don't get on. We ought to, but we don't.
And there's no ought about it. I do my job, you do yours. You don't need to ask me up here just to tell me we don't get on. I know it.
What is my job, Bullmore? Well, one of my jobs was to appoint you as Home Secretary, and I didn't do it with any particular relish, as I remember. I suppose in your case the recommendation came from Norman, went to the General, so back to me, but I didn't know you. I knew of you, of course, capable man with a following in industry, but I didn't know you. Now that I do, I don't like you. You know, that's the disadvantage of having no parliamentary experience. One hasn't got time to get to dislike one's colleagues over a long period. It all comes as rather a shock. Pity, don't you think?
I don't know what you're talking about. Parliament's a dead duck. We're the government.
We were elected, Bulmore. Oh, well, I know it was a little stage managed, but people did vote. They wanted us. At least the country wanted me, and, where was it? Beckenham wanted you. You know, we couldn't have done the things that we have done unless we'd begun with a thumping majority in the House of Commons, so don't despise it.
Come to the point, Hobson, if you're capable of it.
I want you to resign.
What?
You know, in the old days, a Prime Minister didn't really choose his cabinet. There were certain people he had to have, even though he disliked them, because they'd make more trouble outside the cabinet than in. But as you rightly say, Parliament's a dead duck. The unions are dead ducks. Political parties are dead ducks. So there's really nowhere for you to make trouble. I don't see why I should put up with you.
You're off your chump. Stark staring.
Oh, not staring, surely not staring.
Bloody bonkers. What makes you think I'd resign at your asking?
Because if not, I'll dismiss you. As Prime Minister, I have that power. Well, now, I expect you'd like to go and clear up your desk at the Home Office. And I have a cabinet meeting in 5 minutes, so if you'll excuse me.
Does Norman know?
Not yet, but he will.
Tim was a bit stroppy on Tuesday, I thought. Could he be sickening to something?
I shouldn't worry. If he gets too far out of line, he'll soon be slapped down. And he knows it.
Yes, but I do hope he's not going to be late again.
Thank you. Good morning, Dame Henrietta. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, I'm on time, you observe?
Yes, it's Bulmore who's late this morning. Most unusual for him.
No, he's not late. He won't be coming. I fired him.
You've done what?
Fired him. Well, he didn't want to resign. I must say, didn't seem very pleased about it. I thought there was supposed to be a tradition of sportsmanship in these matters. Oh, do please sit down, everybody. Geoffrey, will you sit next to me? I think I may need a little moral support. Mr. Norman, I don't think the others will sit until you do. Well, now, this morning's meeting will be very brief. I've scrapped the original agenda and substituted one with only one item. You may take notes, Mr. Norman, as Secretary to the Cabinet. Now, I want to discuss the constitution and responsibilities of the Cabinet. Has anyone anything to say?
I think perhaps you have.
We're responsible for our own departments. That's clear enough.
But to whom? Oh, you've forgotten. Oh, I don't blame you. Now, once upon a time, 10 years ago, you would have been responsible to Parliament, and a lot of your work would have been done there. Answering questions, justifying mistakes, explaining policies, introducing new laws, and you would have represented your departments here in Cabinet as you do now, and you would have had little battles among yourselves, chiefly about money, and I would have watched over you all and occasionally reshuffled you. But now, you're really administrators, like permanent civil servants, only on a grander scale. But with this big difference, you're not permanent. All your responsibilities, if you will think about it, are to me. A Prime Minister can appoint his ministers and he can dismiss them. Like that. Any comments? Mr. Norman, one of your duties is to advise us on constitutional matters, should we need advice. A duty which has perhaps been a little neglected recently. Now, is my outline of the constitutional position correct?
It is correct.
Is there anyone else to whom ministers are responsible?
The sovereign.
Who is not with us. And in any case, direct access to the sovereign is my right. Is there anyone else who constitutes...
No other person constitutionally. Any of your ministers who wish to resign would have the right to address Parliament on the reasons.
Well, I should be happy to reconvene both houses for that purpose. Does anyone want to resign? Later, perhaps. Well, now, I'd like you all to go away, think over what I've said, and we'll meet again this afternoon and discuss the original agenda. Thank you all very much. Mr. Norman, you will please to remain.
This is an elaborate exercise, I take it.
If you choose to think so.
Do you want me to arrange a leak, especially for your friend de Bastien?
Have you considered I may be serious?
Yes.
And?
I considered it.
I am serious.
Constitutional power is not real power, Prime Minister. The General may let you play this game for a while just to bamboozle the French. But I shouldn't push it too far if I were you.
Do you suggest that real power lies with the G's?
Where else?
I've been thinking of disbanding them.
Oh, they disband you first.
I wonder. You know, we've grown so used to the Guardians of the Realm that we forget we've also got an army and a police force, and there are many senior officers, both in the army and the police force, who'd be very glad to see them disbanded.
You can't try to disband the Guardians without starting a civil war.
I know it.
But you couldn't win. Have you forgotten the Guardians control the whole of this country's stockpile of atomic weapons?
Oh, Norman, what a funny fellow you are. You're so unrealistic.
Unrealistic?
Well, stupid, if you prefer. You accused me of being stupid the other day. I mean, all these atomic rockets and bombs and warheads and God knows what, sitting around in some Guardian headquarters, crowding them out of their tennis courts, I dare say, in the space they'd reserved for an outside loo. I mean, all these top-secret signs and little red buttons that only the General can press, and closed-circuit television and scrambled telephones and hotlines and cold lines and 2 fried eggs on Sunday. I mean, what possible use do you think they are?
Clearly, you're joking.
We've lived in the shadow of atomic warfare since 1945, Norman, and it is a real shadow. But all that can happen is that everybody dies, some quickly and some slowly, and it worries me very much that the Guardians are in a position to press that little red button. They can blow everybody up, including themselves, but that's all. Nobody can win with atomic weapons. That's why they're very little use in civil war. The General's not a loony, you know. He won't use them.
No, he won't. One had known all the trouble it was going to lead to dealing with the French. Might have been better to have let them have their way.
No, the General wouldn't have liked that.
You're right, of course. It's always foolish to use more force than one needs. Do you remember asking me about that captain of the Guardians who disappeared, the communist?
Yeah.
Well, that was the point about him. He was in the way, a nuisance. Just disappeared. I wonder if you'd join me here at the window for a moment.
Huh? Oh, very well.
Look down there. The majesty of the law, looking after you, keeping you safe.
Look out! What on earth? What do you do? What's...
Nothing at all. But you've no idea how enormously easy it is to kill a prime minister. Or better still, just to avoid starting anything in the nature of insurrection from those senior officers you mentioned. He could disappear. Like Captain Weston. He just vanish.
What the devil?
Consulting with a known communist. It gets worse and worse.
That's right, consorting, yes. I see the evidence of that all around me. Crumpled linen. Stains. This is what they do to the serviettes. What can the sheets be like?
Unimaginable. I cannot imagine it. Oh, yes, I smell a sickly, sweet stench of corruption here, mate, I'll tell you.
No, it's not corruption, George. It's hash. Cannabis, marijuana, the forbidden weed.
I shouldn't try planting any hash here if I were
There's
you.
no need. We've already found it in your luxurious bachelor apartment.
Gaining entry by...
Kicking the door down, mainly. The phone was ringing. Somebody wants to reach you.
Yeah, we didn't answer it. I do respect the man's privacy.
By what right did you kick down my door?
Well, we have a warrant to enter and search when we suspect the possession of illegal drugs.
You have? I thought the police...
The jurisdictions overlap.
What's all this about consorting with known communists?
I'm not a communist. If you know anything about me, you must know that.
The lady's husband, known for politics. You want to be careful.
That's
it's the same thing, man and wife is one flesh. It's in the Bible, isn't it? I got a gold star for divinity in the early days of my innocent childhood.
What about my husband?
Disappeared.
My later childhood was not so innocent.
Disappeared.
Presumed dead.
It seems an odd way to tell his wife. I'd have expected something more official.
Come on, you knew it.
Are you arresting me?
Yeah. We're arresting him.
On what charge?
Well, we'll leave out the consulting with communist bit. That's political, isn't it? Drugs will do. They're easy to prove, and politics will create satisfactory prejudice against you should your case come to trial. Now, is it your intention to come quietly? We do have orders to use no violence, except, of course, in the case of resistance being offered.
I think he's going to resist. I have that feeling.
He's never.
He is. I see the intention in the corners of his eyes.
With their significantly dilated pupils.
I think you should deaden his responses, George, for your own protection, like.
I won't resist.
I am glad.
Where are you taking me?
Headquarters.
Where?
We'd tell her if we could. Security closes their lips.
You're a right couple of brokers' men, aren't you?
I shouldn't have resisted.
It's a classical problem, and there is a classical way of solving it.
Which is?
The night of the long night, the massacre of Glencoe. Get them all together, surprise them, kill them.
No.
I'm not suggesting it, I'm just pointing out the classical way. If you want to get rid of the G's, Timmy, you should do it suddenly, silently, and above all, finally. Otherwise, they are liable to get rid of you.
I said no, Jeff, therefore think again.
All right, if the classical solution is ruled out, then any use of force is ruled out. If you're going to use force, use it efficiently. If you can't use it efficiently, don't use it at all, right?
Agreed.
Then use erosion.
How?
How were the G's formed? No, don't answer that. That's a rhetorical question. Some were seconded from the army, a few from the police. The rest were recruited. Some because the pay was good, some because the job was interesting. Some from those private security firms which we had to disband when we wanted to coordinate the war on crime. What we have to do is to reverse the process. Those from the army and the police can go back to the units they came from. We're on top of the crime wave now. The figures are going down every month. The private security firms can set up again and take back some of the people we got from them. We can put up the police pay to match the G's pay and start a police recruiting drive. Now, of course, it would be silly to go on recruiting G's when we need police recruits so badly, so...
How long? 3 years?
With luck.
Absorb what's left, no bloodshed.
No open attack, no provocation, no loss of face.
And very few people need know what we're doing.
Yes, the General needs to know. He's bound to know. Yeah, my dear Timmy. You can fire Bullmore, but you can't fire the General. Quite the other way. He'd have to come out into the open to do it, of course, but we would be out so quickly.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. He wouldn't have to come out in the open. I gather a simple murder would do the trick just as well.
From whom do you gather that?
Guess.
Ah. Sir?
Well, this must be tried. Now, I want you to prepare a plan on the lines you've told me. Don't discuss it with your staff. Don't discuss it with anyone at all.
Right.
Jeff, why do you think the General won't operate in the open? And do you know, I asked Norman that the other day. He said I was stupid not to know the answer.
Well, this isn't France, you know. We've only had one military dictatorship in this country back in the 17th century.
Oliver Cromwell.
Yes, it wasn't popular and it wasn't successful. Do you remember back in 1970, one of the posh Sundays ran an opinion poll? Who would you like as president? Duke of Edinburgh came predictably top. There was Enoch Powell, Lord Robins, even Dr. Beeching. Do you remember him? But nobody suggested a military man. Because when you come down to it, most people in this country simply will not stand for a military dictatorship. But you and me, we're civilians. You've got a family business, I was a professor, we could even go back to those jobs. We're not a democratic government, not anymore, but we look as if we might be, and that's reassuring. That's why he might find it difficult to turn us out. Though, of course, if there's talk of murder, he won't have to.
Excuse me. Yes. Oh. Show him up. Norman.
We're not bugged by any chance, are we?
Oh, no. Please come in.
I'm very sorry to trouble you, Prime Minister. I thought it better to come in person than telephone. Your son has been arrested on a drugs charge.
By the police?
By the Guardians and held in their custody. There are no further charges at present.
I wanted you kept out of this.
Well, you see, I'm not. All right, Sergeant.
No, sir.
What?
It is not all right, sir.
No, it's not all right.
Not if by all right, Sergeant, what you meant was bugger off, Sergeant. My orders being, you see, sir, to remain.
Why?
Anything that might pass between you?
Words will pass between us, nothing more.
I shan't interrupt.
Oh.
Try not to feel humiliated, Father. We give him too much pleasure.
I feel very much a civilian.
It's the same thing in military circles. How did you find out?
Oh, I didn't have to find out. The Secretary to the Cabinet went at some lengths to inform me.
I'm not sure I understand you.
Have you any idea why you've been arrested?
You know the charge.
Yes. Is it true? One must ask the question.
I expect it's true they found something. Cannabis, phenethydrin, heroin. There were no drugs in the flat when I left it. When was it I said I wouldn't do anything to embarrass you? Oh, would you believe I didn't even hit them? I shouldn't laugh. It hurts my ribs.
I see. I've brought you to some pains, Chris, as well as everything else. I'm sorry.
You have?
He that hath a wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises.
Do you want me to plead guilty?
No, that wouldn't help. The important thing is for as many people as possible to know why you're here. Have you seen a solicitor?
No, I've tried.
He's a very busy gentleman. His telephone has been constantly engaged. Or could be out of order.
Our phone. Sinclair?
Yes. He'll be able to cope. If not, he'll know someone who can, if anyone can.
Well, I can, I suppose. I mean, they wouldn't have gone to all these lengths to inform me about you if they didn't sincerely hope that I would soon effect your release.
Dad.
There's just nothing you can do, Chris. Well, it's no fun being a pawn. Pawns only exist to be sacrificed, as our friend here may discover. No, you must just sit tight. Let the powerful pieces play it out. First installment.
Call it what you like.
The drugs were planted, I take it? I don't imagine you intended to come to trial.
Why not? If the intention had been to kill him, he'd be dead.
A hostage, then, for my good behavior.
I said call it what you like.
I think it's time I saw the General.
You can communicate through me.
Thank you, Norman. But when one is going to surrender, one doesn't send one's sword by post office messenger.
I'll arrange it.
The General and I were at school together. We can talk over old times.
Good afternoon, Stewart.
I'm expected, I think.
Yes. Wait here, please.
Come in.
Hello, Timmy.
Hello, Rog. Thank you. I'm sorry to be so late. I've been with Dystopian. The French will raise no further objections. Their president will arrive tomorrow. I shall open the talks as head of state. And the Minister of Defense will take over when things get down to detail. Geoffrey, I had hoped to see you in private before this meeting. I've decided to relieve you of your post as Minister of Defense.
Well, at least Bullmore wasn't sacked in public.
My dear Geoffrey, I'm not sacking you. I want you to take over the Home Office. Now, your new colleague will be known to some of you, I think. Come in, General, come in. There's a vacant chair here next to me. No one else seems to want it.
Thank you.
Now, I have invited the General to join us in Cabinet as my Defence Minister, and he has accepted my invitation. Geoffrey, perhaps you would help him take over the department.
Gladly.
Of course, he will represent us in the talks with the other defence ministers of the community. But before that, there is a certain matter which we've already discussed. The General has decided, and I most strongly agree with him, that the time has come to disband the Guardians of the Realm as an independent force. There'll be very little redundancy. Most of them will be absorbed into the army and into the police. In fact, I think contingency plans may already exist.
They do.
Good. Well, now, shall we get down to business? Norman, I think the General needs an agenda. You know, the trouble with you is, Norman, you find it hard to believe that people can really mean what they say.
Do you want me to resign, or will you move me?
Now, the General always said that he didn't want to run the country, he just wanted to be sure that it was run decently, to use his own description. Now, we just thought that was a cover for concealed dictatorship. Well, it was easy to think that since he held the power.
It was wiser.
But you drove me to the point where mere wisdom wouldn't help. So I decided to find out if the General really meant what he said.
I asked you, do you want me to resign?
Now, what do you want?
Well, I'm interested in efficiency.
But so am I.
I'm not a Democrat.
You don't surprise me.
But it's always been the General's policy that we should return to a system of free elections.
Yes, that was the General's policy. But it's not mine.
I don't follow you.
Norman, you believe in efficient government. I believe in good government. That is government for the good of the people. So I believe in compassion, in fairness, in justice. Everything that used to be called the welfare state. I believe in it. That people should have a right to work, a right to play, a right to a decent life, a right to education, and help for the old and the sick. What I do not believe in is that most people know what is good for them. Most people left to themselves get into a right bloody mess. A sort of group suicide. That's what democracy is, you know. And I've no use for that at all.
Oh.
So, what do you want?
Swallow my pride and stay on.
I'm glad. I can use an efficient man. Here, what are those things?
Curiously strong peppermints.
Oh, no, thank you. Why?
Well, I'm afraid sometimes my breath may smell.
Ah.
And your son?
2 weeks in prison on remand won't really hurt him, you know. Besides, I want to know what goes on inside prisons since the Home Office reforms. You know, now that I'm really doing the job I was called on to do, there's a great deal I've got to find out.
Very well.
Oh, Norman. About your breath. I never noticed.